not working. All right. What's up, everybody? This is episode 3 of the Maniac Mindset Podcast. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. For those who don't know, I've recently started a new YouTube channel. It's specifically for vlogging and podcasting. I wanted to keep my music YouTube channel strictly music for various reasons, not to confuse the algorithm is one of them. And so that's the platform I'm using it. It's at, if you need the tag, it's at Maniac Mindset 918, or you can just type that into the YouTube channel. You should be able to find it. There's tons of fun videos that I've done, me complaining about shit, me just talking shit, me just talking about things I think, and a lot of it stuff I post on TikTok, but there's going to be quite a few content on there you can't get on any platform, so it's exclusive to me and my opinions. So with that out of the way, this is episode 3. Now, normally we only do an episode on Sunday evenings. We did just one last night, but I wanted to get my guest on ASAP because he has some pretty interesting upcoming stories, and I kind of want to get that on here. So we decided to break the rules and then do a Monday as well. So without further ado, this is my guest. He is in Joplin, Missouri. Goes by the name of Nico-Nas. Nico, how's it going?
Hey, doing good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Letting everybody know that we do have a chat. So jump in the chat, ask questions, make some statements if you want. However, if you are on Instagram, for some reason, that chat room does not translate over here. I have Instagram popped up. So normally I can pop everyone's comments on the screen, and then we will have the discussion with you. For some reason, Instagram's weird and their comments do not display over here, but I do have Instagram pulled up so I can read your guys' comments. Just won't be able to see it on the screen, unfortunately. So want to make sure that is so that way all my Instagram people don't think they're being discriminated against. It's fucking technology who doesn't want to work sometimes. Anyways, oh shit, we got Venom Stay Dripping. Let's go, bro.
Yeah. That's my homegirl.
Thank you for having the homie on.
Shout out Venom.
Shout out Venom. Venom, I'm gonna have you on because I know you got some interesting stories. So, anyways, all right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Nico, do you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Nico-Nas. I'm a independent rapper, underground, I guess, rapper. I do a lot of shows from here to anywhere, really, if you want me.
All right, cool. Oh, sweet. All right, Venom, you're on the list. I'll hit you up soon. Okay, man, let's start from the beginning. What got you into music?
To me, honest, man, the thing that got me into music was it's a little more personal. It got like, I wanted to get into music because I wanted to leave a legacy, I guess, in a sense, for whenever my children, if I was to pass, at least my kids have something to hear of me. You know what I mean? And then along the way, it became just wanted to make bangers. And then one thing kept leading to another, and it kept leading to another, and here we are today.
Nice. So, okay, so talk about your first show, your first live show. What was the experience? How did that go? Where was it at?
Mm.
All the
My first live show was Full Circle, I believe. Actually, you're the one that got me my first live sold out pretty much show.
Nice. Okay. Oh,
And,
I remember that. I
yeah,
remember that.
and it was pretty crazy to have so many people and so many cameras on me at one point.
Nice.
It was just something that I needed to get used to.
Hmm.
So it was really an experience of a lifetime for sure.
For sure. What about the first song you wrote and recorded? What was it called and what was the concept?
The goal and the concept was to make a good song, but that did not come out the way it was supposed
Never
to.
does.
Yeah. Though to be honest with you, man, when you make a song and you're first starting off, what happens in your head does not come out of your mouth.
Hmm.
That's for sure. And it took me a couple years to learn my lane, I guess, in a sense of where I was going to go with this music stuff. It became an addicting thing, though. I will say that it's like having tattoos. It just became addictive,
Oh yeah,
and
that's
you
for
wanted to,
sure.
you wanted to do it again, and you wanted to do it again. My first song, to be honest with you, man, it's never been released. I did it. It's called "Wasting Time," and to be honest, man, the way it went, it was. I mean, it's decent, but it's had auto tune and had a bunch of stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I mean, and it was never like I said, I had to learn how to find my lane, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. Um, when did you find your lane?
Oh man, it took with my producer and I, man, it took about a couple years. I want to say about 2 years. It took about 2 years to actually find where I was gonna go into this music, like because autotune just wasn't working for me. Um, I learned that raw, me just rapping vocally, and adding a little clarity to it, it really went a long way. So we ended up sticking with that, and
Nice.
it became a thing. And over time, I just with practice and just practice, 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 I became a little better every time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, you mentioned you had a producer, which you mentioned that to me, and the hip hop genre that can be one or two things. It's producer often now in the music industry, and like I said, these terminologies always the wires get crossed in a lot of that because we kind of like to we like to kind of make up our own words for different positions in the music business and how we do things. So overall, the producer when you're in the studio is can and oftentimes be the studio engineer, and he's kind of directing you what sounds good. Do this
Yeah, yeah,
again.
that's that's
So,
actually what he
but
did.
but in hip hop, we often use the producer as the one that made the beat slash instrumental, and often unless you actually do have a partner producer is you know orchestrating, structuring, and producing and making sampling, playing the instrument, making it and producing the song with you is one thing, but a lot of times, a lot of us just kind of get the beat and then we we just produce ourselves, so to speak. So,
Yeah.
what do you say you do have like a actual producer that works with you on your
Oh
music?
yeah, yeah. My producer that I actually have, he can do both. He can make beats.
Oh,
He
nice,
can do mixture mastering and everything else. He's been doing it for about I want to say about 15 years. Shout out Pamua.
cool.
He's been doing it for about 15 years, and like I said, it took time for me and him to really collab and really find the knit of where we're going to go with it. And it just he's the one that taught me how to. He would make me go in there and scream into the mic from time to time just to learn how to get my vocal to begin to build the confidence. And then he started to learn to mix and master the way I needed to go. And over time, he just became a great mixer master.
Excellent, excellent.
So
All right, you're originally are you originally from Joplin, Missouri, or you just
no,
moved
I'm
there?
actually originally from San Diego, California.
Oh,
I
nice.
moved, yeah, I moved from Cali to Oklahoma when I was 13, and
Okay,
from there, I lived in a small town called Miami.
I've been there a couple times. Definitely
Oh
small
yeah,
town.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely we call it Mudville down there.
Really, I think the last time I was there, I think I was 13, and my uncle had a he's a my uncle is a boxing slash MMA promoter, and at the Buffalo Run Casino, he still does from time to time host fights there. And then we got
Yo,
a
I think I actually probably know.
yeah yeah, and anyways, we had a hotel there, and then got woken up, and people thought someone was trying to break into cars. There was like some teenage delinquency across the street, and basically, I don't know, some dude got in his home. He got into some physical ordeal. We'll just say with some other people. And then I guess he got scared, ran off, and you can hear them yells like, "Yo, you forgot your bro, or you forgot your boy," or some shit like that. It was a bunch of college white kids trying to be tough, and then one got scared, I guess. I don't know. I caught like the last end of it, but it was, I don't know, it was funny. It was some like um what's that website called? World Star. It was like World, it's something you would
Oh,
find on
World
World
Star,
Star.
yeah. I actually
It'll
love that. I'll be watching
right.
that all the time.
So yeah, that was my last time I was in Miami.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, never a dull
Sweet, sweet.
moment in Miami. Anyways, I
Yeah,
guess
no,
I'm gonna
Miami is definitely a bro. You stay in there, man. You're gonna get trapped for sure.
yeah.
It's one of those. It's a black hole.
So here's another curious question. What made you want to move from Miami to Joplin and not just to Tulsa?
Well, to be honest, man, I moved up here because my kids. My
Mhm.
kids are down in Miami. I wanted to be far away from the town. I wanted to be far, but not too far. I've lived in Oklahoma City and I've lived in Texas and stuff like that, but I just never felt comfortable. I guess in a sense because I felt like I was always too far.
Yeah.
Joplin's just pretty much the sweet spot, and I fell in love with the community. Community over here is pretty good. It's nice. It's not it's not for everybody, but I mean it's really nice for sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Let me think. I've been to Joplin twice.
Yeah, the music scene over here is difficult. Music scene over here is just it's really difficult to try to get on sometimes.
The first time, that's what I've heard. The first time was in 2000 and I want to say 2004. It was my metal band days, and it was a basement. It was some guy's basement, and they're having all these underground metal and punk shows. And I remember us performing, and it was like packed to the brim. And then
Yeah.
it was wild. It was fun. And I think somebody was trying to crowd surf. He ended up on the wall, and then or something like it was literally like someone's like basement garage, and it had a stage and sound system. And yeah, no, what happened is the guy ended up crowd surfing because he jumped up a wall and then sprint, and then people caught him. It was pretty wild. It was
Yeah,
called
no,
the
they get down like that down here. That's
I
for
I
sure.
remember it was called the cesspool, like the cesspool castle, something like that.
Well, see, I will say, a lot of the places around here got wiped out pretty much for the big tornado that happened.
I heard about
The
that.
F5 tornado. A lot of things like the jukebox used to be around back then, and that was a big
Mhm,
music place for the hip hop and whatnot.
mhm.
It's starting to come back though. Hip hop is starting to come back into this
Yeah,
town.
I did do, and then I can't remember what year it was. I want to say it was 2018. I did do a show with my friend DJ Young Gator. It was at the Blackthorn Pizza. So it's a
Oh
pizza
yeah.
restaurant, and then they have a room. They had a small stage up front, which I think mostly geared. Let me learn how to talk. Mostly geared to karaoke, and then they had a bigger stage in the next room where you could kind of have your own private event. You can charge a cover, stuff like that, and that was really cool. And I
Uh,
remember I remember talking to management about it, and then just, well, nothing came about it. But but I love that place a lot. So I know I know the town is. I think from what you've told me that for the most part trying to get hip hop in that town
Yeah,
might
it's
be a
just
bit difficult.
it's very difficult, because uh, I hate saying it's like, I mean, it's true. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of shootings at these clubs.
Right.
So it becomes a non it becomes a safety issue. And a lot of people are too nervous to come to the shows because of past tense, into
Mhm.
altercations that's happened, and it's just over time, it becomes a bad rep, and we're
Right.
trying to make that good. We're trying to make it good now.
Well, see, Tulsa, a few Tulsa bars, like back in, I would say somewhere between 2010 to I think around 2015 or whatever, around that time frame, there were quite a few bars who weren't really were uneasy about doing hip hop, and some of them were just the fact they didn't think the regulars they had were really fans of it, and they didn't want to drive off the regulars. Other ones were they get on the news, all they see is shootings, and they kind of think that's tied in, and and it's and at first I remember just debating with them because I was like telling them I was like, well, nightclubs and then venues and bars are real different, and I think a lot of times for them being certain music venue owners who don't listen to the genre, so the only knowledge they have on it is like the violent lyrics and some for some artists and stuff like that. So and but eventually I was able to let these venues let us do shows, and then we brought in pretty good crowds, like to spend money, like to drink and stuff like that, and so we were able to you know coast that
Yeah,
along.
plus
And
you got
so
you got a lot of old school promoters, if that can make sense.
yeah,
A lot of old school promoters are just like the old ways down here. This whole like,
I understand
in
that.
my opinion, until they gone, things might be better after that.
Hmm. Right, yeah. um yeah.
But I do know that
uh,
we got I do know that we got an expo. We just got a new expo building down here.
Nice.
Yeah, so
But
hopefully some
yeah,
things will be popping up.
we've been able to open people's minds. So there are there's a lot more places here in Tulsa that do hip hop shows, allow that genre, and that and that didn't before. And so just a lot of it, and in some cases they actually realized some of their regulars did like that kind of music, and it wasn't it was a more comfortable blend than
Yeah,
they were expecting and stuff like that. So so I'm glad that we were able to facilitate that, because we always want to bring it to new places, new faces, new ears. You know what I mean? So
right. I'd love
um
to do that down here for real.
yeah, it's possible. It's always possible. Just got to it really just takes letting them give you that one chance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will say, like OKC. Uh,
Speaking of which, Venom
yeah, I was
says
gonna say.
OKC hates hip hop shows at the dope venues. There's a
Yeah,
few.
I've been to some venues over there in OKC.
Yeah.
It's been a little crazy when I went to some of those venues down there.
Hmm. See, I never had that. Every time I went to Oklahoma City, it might have a lot to do with just the places I went to. Um,
Yeah. Well, where are you
North.
going?
Let's see, what was that one place? A friend of mine out there. He didn't own it. He was just managing it. It was like a VFW, and then
Oh, okay.
uh, that one was fine. There was one bar that we did, and I think there was an incident there. I wasn't there, but I remember coming back, and then there were some extra rules because they didn't want to repeat of what happened. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I've been to some venues out there that were like they had me second guessing. I was like, uh-oh.
I did a I did a battle rap many years ago there, and it was definitely a rough side of town, but everyone was cool. So You know what I mean?
But OKC got that love though for hip hop. I will say
Oh
that.
yeah, 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 for sure.
OKC got love for hip hop. That's for
Yeah, for
sure. And
sure.
they got an amazing talent, like tremendous talent out there. They got Lido, they got Venom Stay Drippin', they
Hmm.
got Desi. They got phenomenal artists out there.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's where
Yeah, definitely. Norman was a good area for us as doing as far as doing shows.
yeah. Mm. I've
And
never actually
then
performed in Norman, so I can't say.
let's see, we did the deli a couple times. Did Red Brick was a spot for a while. I've been meaning to return there. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any. Oh, I think I did one show at it's an all age place. And I'm trying to remember what the name is, like Sanctuary or something like that.
Norman's lit. I don't
Yeah.
know if Norman's lit. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we did some cool shit out there. So I mean it's a college town, so you do have the potential for a really good crowd
Oh, really?
and stuff like that. Pretty decent energy out there. Also, my friend Christoph Murdoch's got a spot. And and that's another one. It's slightly outside of the campus. And it's all ages. There's no bar or nothing like that. So but there's a snack bar and all that kind of stuff. So I think the last time we did there a couple times. The last time I did something there, and he's gonna kill me because I can't remember the name of the venue. It's just been a while, and hey, as you get older, you forget shit.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. I'm
So
100 on that one.
yeah, um, I'm sure somebody probably remind me in the comments. Hopefully, all right. So let's talk about okay. So you're in Joplin. You have a producer. And you're working on music. However,
Mhm.
you and then you had a duo project with Tragic, and I know
Yes.
you guys are both kind of just doing your solo thing right now, and you've been collaborating with Desi from Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he's going his own way. He's doing some things, and
Mhm.
I wish nothing but the best for him.
Yeah, yeah,
And at the end of the day, uh, if it's meant to be down the future, it'll be meant to be. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure, for sure. So so you have that going, but you ended up recording at Strange Music Studios, which
Yes.
yeah, so just tell us like how'd that come about? Like from the get go. How'd you make that happen?
Uh,
Is it easy or did it take
I
some
wanted up connecting.
maneuvering?
I wanted up
Maneuvering.
connecting with a financial director from there, Kimberly. I
Hmm.
wanted up connecting through her. Um, and then the next thing I know, she really digged the music and stuff like that, and she was really into she kind of seeked me out and was like really wanting to work things out and stuff like that. And next thing you know, I'm talking like I was like, okay, I want to go to Strange, and she was like, okay, well, whenever you want, just let me know and I'll set up the date. She introduced me to Brenda, who is she's the date person. Like you get up a date with her, and next thing I know, I'm inside Strange, and it was pretty much a dream. Like it was a dream come true. It was a dream that I never thought would be happening for real.
Right,
Because
yeah.
in the beginning, when I got into this music, thoroughly for my children. But at the end of the day, my goal, set mindset was one day I want to record a song at Strange, and one day I want a song on the radio.
Mhm.
And within less than a year, I got both. And it was pretty much really, really, really crazy. It was a dream come true, like I said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, real quick, Bo Peep just popped in. This is why you guys
Oh,
gotta have a
shout out Bo Peep.
shout out Bo Peep. This is why you gotta have a this is why you gotta have a girl, gentlemen, because
Oh
she
yeah, she
helps
should have told you. She
because they
said
always because they remember things that you don't.
the
So
resonator.
yeah, the Resonators Will's called. Oh God, dude, we felt so fucking old in there, man. I mean, I think the age of great fucking artists in there that night. Crew Jordan, I think I met him that first time, and me and him have connected. Um, but I just fucking fucking DJ Boop, and then what's up?
I'm sorry. Sorry, Bo Peep. I swear to God, I still remember that. My bad.
No, it's just it was like I don't think any performers or anyone in that room was probably a day over 19. It was a young
Oh,
crowd, but
really?
you know what? It was one of those cool feelings because you kind of be wonder like, man, what am I doing here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I told some dad jokes in between my songs and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Because literally, like, you could tell it's all like friends and stuff like that, and I'm like the outsider. But the promoter who put the show on was super cool and wanted me on and stuff like that, and it went well. Um, so isn't so to be able to entertain a younger generation was always a pretty good achievement.
Yeah, I think that's what's about. Trying to set the way for the generation. Because you got at the end of
Mhm,
the day, man, the music today. I don't know. The music today, mainstream music, is just something different.
mhm. Let's see. We'll get back to what we're talking about. And Shandell
Oh yeah,
said
straight.
you can do anything
Oh,
you set your mind to. So
shout out, Shandell. I
yeah.
love you.
So we'll talk more about the Strange Music Studio. So question: is this exclusive? Can anybody who's anybody get a recording session of Strange Music, or is it you have to send a demo and they need to approve it? Which I would assume that's the latter would be the answer, but I'm just curious.
It is somewhat.
Hmm.
It is somewhat like that. I mean, I'm currently actually getting ready to go back.
Mm,
I'm actually bringing a phenomenal crew that's fixing to go with me,
excellent.
and I'm actually bringing Desi, Venom Stay Dripping. I got my homeboy Marco Parkinson from Indiana, I believe. He's coming down, and my homeboy Lito. He's gonna be heading out. We're gonna be heading to Strange and do some music while we're there,
Nice,
and
nice.
it's gonna be cool. But like I said, I mean, it's not. How do I say this? You can't be just so no. Sorry about peep. You can't be no random person on the street. I guess in a sense. But I
Yeah.
mean, if like you, I mean, I'm sure that you can easily walk in there and just be like, "Hey, I'll do this," and they'll
Hmm.
probably. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. They'll probably charge something.
Oh yeah,
But
that's a business. I expect them to.
yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm sure you can get it. You know what I mean? So
Well, I asked that question just for anyone watching who might be curious. So
well, yeah,
I'm
I mean, like I said,
I'm
they
asking objective questions.
like I said, they actually it was just one of those things that honestly, man, I really can't explain. It just kind of happened, and it was just one of
Mhm,
those things that when it happened, I was like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? And to meet Matt Phoenix, shout out Matt, by the way. I wound up collabing with him down the road, and
mhm.
it was amazing. It's amazing every time I go there. They treat me like family. They treat me with respect. They treat me with everything, and
Nice.
it's really cool. I got the tour to be around there. I've been all throughout that building. I actually played some basketball there. That was pretty cool. Got
They
to
got a
like,
basketball court in there too?
yeah, yeah.
I
They
mean,
got a basketball.
I've watched documentaries. I've seen interviews with Travis O'Gwen and stuff like that. So I've seen a little. Um, I didn't know they still did. They had that there in there too. That's crazy.
Yeah, they got a it's just a basketball court that has like a strange symbol on the back, and it's
Nice.
pretty cool. I got to shoot some hoops with them, and I was I got to be in the green room to see where they make the music videos. I thought that was just an adventure itself. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So
Very
I got
nice.
to see some of the things that they had made previous videos too from like earlier of Tech Nine's music. I thought that was really,
Who?
really. It was an honor. Just a
Nice.
real honor to be there.
So who all at the Strange Music staff have you met?
Personally, I've only met Matt. I met Matt, and he and I, we've done a lot of things. I'm hoping this next time I go back, I'll be meeting some other people. Um, some other things like at Strange Music, I've only met Matt, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
I've met other people down the road, you know what I mean, like but not at Strange. So
Yeah, yeah.
I've met like Joey Cool and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So
Okay, so you've been on the festival circuit as well, haven't you?
Yes, I've done quite a bit of festivals last year. It was an honor to do those. It's Last year was a pretty busy year. It was a big thing for me.
Oh yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
so tell us about each festival and the experience.
Um, I got to do a cannabis festival. I performed at a cannabis festival for an
Oh,
award
where at?
ceremony deal. Over in man, I can't. I want to say Spirit, Oklahoma, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where it was. Shout out Desi for that. She's the one that it was really Desi and Stolly. I don't know if you know Stolly.
I do.
Shout out Stolly. He's the one that hooked it up, and it was good, man. It was a great show. Good people, great stage. Um, Freitas was actually there,
I do.
and
He said he did the float fest with you in
yeah,
the
yeah.
cannabis.
Freitas and I, we were down in New York, and it was Depew. He just said Depew, so it was Depew, Oklahoma. Yeah. So Freitas and I actually, believe it or not, shout out Freitas. Believe it or not, me and him have been on the same trajectory of shows a lot lately.
Nice.
And I've also done in Spirit, Oklahoma. I did so Spirit is for sure that one. I did a festival there. It was from Justin Skaggs. It was a how do I say it? It was a very good show. It was a very good
Right.
show. Let's just say that. Yeah,
Good deal. Good
yeah.
deal.
I don't want to go into I can't go into details of that one, but it was the outcome
Understandable.
was amazing.
Good deal. Good deal. What else? Did you? There was a festival Stolly did in New York. Did you do that one as well? I think you did.
Yes, I did. I did that one with Desi, Tragic, and I. We actually went out to New York, and man, it was a lifetime for sure.
Oh
That
yeah.
was something that was an honor to do. We actually wanted to. Desi wanted to get a couple connects from there, so we are welcome back there anytime. Um, and I was supposed to go out there recently, but some stuff had came up, personal stuff, and I wanted them not going, but they went out and they showed love and they worked their butts off. I wanted them actually doing Sirius XM radio as well while I was
Mhm.
out there. So my homeboy Eddie, shout out Eddie, he works for Sirius XM radio and he has his own radio station.
Yeah.
So he's put my music on the radio and he showed Desi and Tragic and I love and got us to come to the Sirius XM radio and really got to meet some people and do things like that.
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, yeah, I got to do. There was one New York show I got to do in 2019, and yeah, it's a very surreal experience, especially when you've only seen New York like on TV and in movies and
Oh,
music
see,
videos.
well, I used to go when I was little. Like I
Yeah.
stayed in the Bronx, but to be in the Times Square was, I mean, I've seen it
Yeah.
in movies. You
That's
know
what
what I
we
mean?
yeah, that was surreal. When we got there, we got to go to the Bronx, and, we ended up in the same we were told anyway, so I didn't have the evidence to prove it, but we were told that we were in the same neighborhood that Biggie and Jay-Z grew up, so and
Oh
then,
wow.
and then,
Yeah, I wanted to meet a dude that the air. I want to say the air. So it's a lot on TikTok. It's called
yeah,
like an air radio station or whatever. They do
uh-huh,
freestyles there.
yeah,
They have a green background. We met the guy that does it a lot there, and his friend's the one that runs that place. And I thought that was just awesome itself. We met him in Coney Island. Coney Island's a beautiful place. If you ain't ever been there, you should go there.
no, we have that here, they sell hot dogs.
No, 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 no.
I know what you mean, bro, I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, Coney Island, and just don't ride the roller coasters though. If
Right,
you do, don't bring that with you.
I won't, I don't, I hate roller coasters.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
Speaking of hot dogs, that was when we got to go visit the Queens, New York, Queens, New York, and yeah, man, they got some fucking dope ass hot dog and burger stands.
I actually did not eat a hot dog there, but I mean, I got
Yeah,
offered one, but I just was like, nah, should have taken
that
it
was
though.
dope. Yeah, man. Anyways, so and what other festivals did you did? I know you did. I know you guys did Oktoberfest. I think last
Yes,
year.
we wanted up doing Oktoberfest. That was an experience itself. I never been to one. I didn't actually know what it stood for or anything like that. I thought it was just a regular festival, but that was that was an enjoyment. That was really, really, really cool, to experience that. And it was just one of those things that to see, excuse me, to see as many people, come together for that kind of event. I think there was like what I want to say there was like 9 to 10,000 people there,
Hmm.
and it was just amazing, to see that and just have everyone just walking around and there was no problems, no nothing like that. Everyone was like enjoying themselves. I saw a lot of bands. Got to see a lot of German bands, and man, they really take that stuff serious.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm three-quarters German, so I've been to Oktoberfest since I was a kid. So
really?
yeah, my late grandmother's German, and so yeah, yeah, so there's a lot of German culture that is we're very passionate about in my family, and obviously people know about the negative side of it, but
Yeah.
but there's a lot of beautiful culture um within Germany. So
Do you know my
def-
last name is German?
what?
My last name is German. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. It was pretty cool to realize that, but yeah.
Mhm. Hell yeah, man. Okay, so any other stories you got? Other than that, then we'll talk about some other stuff.
Oh, so yeah. Well, that's about it. I mean, shout out Desi. I saw what she said was my favorite in New York. I bet it was. The whole roller coaster thing. But yeah, she took me on a roller coaster that was horrible that I never want to do again.
I don't doubt it. So, what else other than music? What other things are you into? Do you like movies, comic books, novels?
I'm a huge movie fanatic. I love
Okay.
movies. I love anime, stuff like that. I love Pokemon. I know it's weird, but I do. And I'm into sports a lot too. So,
Okay, what's your favorite sports then?
NBA basketball.
Okay. Um, are you a Thunders fan?
No,
All right, this
no, but
interview is over.
I've been to a lot of Thunder game, and I only go whenever they play the Celtics. I'm a Celtics fan. Boston Celtics.
You know that's blasphemy in Oklahoma, especially Oklahoma City, to say you're not a Thunders fan.
I I know, and I actually lived
That
in
shit will get you
Oklahoma
canceled.
City. I actually lived in well, I got a lot of love for Oklahoma City, but I
Yeah.
lived in Oklahoma City at the time whenever when they were going against the playoffs, when Thunder was going against when they had KD and they had Westbrook and James Harden, and they did a lot of final appearances, and they just kind of make it over that hump. I was actually living in the city at the time when they were playing them and stuff like that. City would get wild like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm just a Celtics fan at heart. I've been one since I was 5 years
All
old.
right.
Always
I
probably
got you.
will be one.
Oh yeah. Movies, favorite genre.
Action and bibliography, like real life stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm into that. Like one of my favorite movies is Complete Unknown with Bob Dylan.
Oh, nice.
That was really good.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then I like I mean I have a let's just say I have a Regal pass basically where I go watch movies for for free pretty much every I can watch all the movies that come out.
Very nice. Very nice. In theater or streaming?
Theater. I like the old
Okay, I thought
experience.
so.
I like to go.
I
Yeah, I
thought
say I
so.
like to go sit at
I
a
had to
theater.
ask because like because I do believe there's theories. There's talk that with Netflix supposedly trying to buy like Paramount rights or no, it's Warner Brothers, and so there's a
Yeah,
fear
I
about
actually think they did.
yeah, and there's a fear about about theaters going under, so that way Netflix can since Netflix pretty much is the I guess you could say for movie streaming they're one of the OGs. They're definitely one of the you ask about movie streaming sites, Netflix is like the number one that gets brought up even over
Yeah,
HBO Max and stuff like that. In most cases, there's no phrase called HBO Max and chill.
yeah, yeah. There's not. I'm
Yep.
more into like how do I say this? I love the fact that to keep it old school. I love the fact that like I could just tell my wife, like, hey, let's go watch a movie and have a date night,
Mhm. Yeah,
and
yeah.
have that experience. It's nice to get out of the house every now and again. You ain't gotta be
Exactly.
stuck up.
No, I'm a big theater fan. The theory though is they're saying that like AMC theaters is possibly going to do a deal with Netflix and stuff like that. So I've heard
Oh,
about that because there's talk about AMC stock is might be rising because there might be a deal made and however that works. No, I'm a huge movie buff as you know, and
yeah.
I love the theater experience. Now, don't get me wrong, like I have a let me switch cameras. Like I have a 55-inch TV. I don't do the subscription really. Like I share password. I have a shared password on Netflix. A shared password on Netflix. I'm on
Look,
Tubi
you
a
have a
lot.
secret.
I know, and I have and Tubi is mostly free. I when the ads come in, I just mute it, go piss or whatever, grab another beer, whatever I got to do. Um, if there's a movie I really want to watch, I'm at home. I'll just go on YouTube and pay $3 to rent it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's if I'm at home. I don't pay for in Paramount or HBO Max. Fuck all that shit. I
It's
like to
nice.
keep
It's nice to be at home when you're having a rainy day or something like
right,
that.
right. I just like to keep my expenses low now if there isn't this has happened before, like when the Penguin TV show that I absolutely had to see, and you could only see it on HBO Max. I did pay $10 for the month, and then once the series was over, I gave HBO Max a shot, and there was no movies on there that I didn't already own on DVD or Blu-ray that I couldn't, you know what I mean, that I couldn't watch on Tubi for free or something like that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm cutting off this extra expense. It was a pain in the ass to cancel that subscription. By the way,
I
like I
joined. I did it one time just to watch this. It's called 19. Oh, okay. So my mistake if I said this wrong. It's about the John F. Kennedy uh
yeah
shooting, and it's the James Franco. It's the R.L. Stein version.
yeah
And that show is one of my favorite shows. I love that show. And I've actually subscribed to something just so I could watch that show, and that was the only purpose for that. So I know how you feel on getting the HBO.
yeah. Um,
Right now, I'm hooked on Landman. Landman's a good show.
Bo Peep is that's her shit. I've gotten to see I think the first or so episodes, but I need to catch up on that because I've been
Oh,
seeing
bro, that's ridiculous.
I've been seeing clips and I'm like, okay, I have to see this entire show. So, and you were in a movie? You didn't tell me that.
Yes, I was. I just saw Desi thing. Yes, I was in a movie.
What movie? When was this?
I was in
Y-
King
You,
Ivory with the guy from Hellboy.
yeah.
Yeah, I was in the movie with him.
When was this?
It was recorded in Tulsa. It's about the fentanyl deal,
Oh wow.
and yeah, I basically played an extra, but I got to have like a line in it, and
Nice.
it was pretty cool, and it was a really great experience
Yeah.
to deal with that, and I
Hmm.
heard the movie kind of did horrible, but it just now came to US. So if you want to
Oh,
look up, it's called King Ivory.
okay. Yeah, I'll definitely
Yeah.
look that up.
Yeah, but
And
I could put that on my resume, I guess.
yeah,
I got paid for it and everything.
And then whenever and then yeah, I'm gonna look that up. And when I see you, I'm gonna be like Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If you catch the
Yeah.
reference.
Oh, yeah. That's was it. I was actually offered to be in that one movie with it was called something Flower. It's about Indians and the FBI and everything. It had Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro in it.
I know what you're talking about. I'm
Yeah.
late on checking out that movie too. It's that, and then Beau is Afraid is another movie I want to see. The reason why I haven't seen either yet is because I was already in front of because it's supposed to be like 3 hour movies or
Yes.
four. I think Beau's Afraid might be 4 hours, and I've heard mixed reviews, but I still want to check it out because I like artsy films. I mean, I have to be in a certain mood for it, but I do appreciate
Right.
artsy films, and I know that's what I've heard. Beau's Afraid's a very deep kind of artsy film and metaphorically or something like that, or um, and so to
Killers of
me,
the Flower Moon. That's right.
yeah, that's right. So I mean to check out both of those films. I just gotta have a day that I could give up 3 to 4 hours of my day because usually I stick to films that are like 90 minutes and stuff like that. Even if it's just 2 hours total is fine. Once we're reaching out to three, I remember checking out Zack Snyder's director's cut of Justice League, which was a 4 hour film.
Okay.
And man, that was great. It's great. It's better than the theater, better than what they released after they fired him for stupid fucking reasons. Um,
Yeah, I
but
heard about that one.
yeah, yeah, it was fucked up. Like, you know, and then they let him that flopped and they said, "All right, we'll let you, you know, release your version." It's so much it's great. I'm not saying that. It's just 4 hours could be so taxing of time. So, and I already have criticism for some films that are like and a half or even like 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I'm watching, I'm like, the movie's good, but you could have sliced off 20 minutes of this and it would not have hurt the
Yeah.
film. There's just sometimes you feel like they're dragging certain scenes.
Oh yeah, there's some movies that are like that. I've watched some movies that were to the point where I'm like, just get to the point. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Totally. I was conflicted with the recent Batman movie. I loved it, saw it in theaters. And
Oh,
but even then, the thing about it is that I am a diehard Batman groupie. I love
I'm a
Batman.
Superman fan. I'm a Superman fan.
Yeah, I got a little love for Superman. Batman's just maybe just because Batman's the darker character, and then I just connect with dark characters, uh, tragic backgrounds, and even the villains I kind of connect with. Like, you know, I mean, I'm a Joker fan, but I'm probably even a bigger fan of Two Face.
Oh, I
And
love Bane. If I have to go with
yeah,
one of the villains,
Bane's another
Bane
good
would be
one.
good.
Yeah, Bane's another good one. Um, because Bane was the best. What I really liked about the Bane character is that you have like an intelligent character who becomes extremely, almost unhumanly strong. So it's like you know how they say the standard male is either brains or brawn, either
Mhm.
brains or muscle, and then he becomes both.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
bro.
already
He was
intelligent, and now he's got them. So you're twice as fucked if you're having to
yeah.
fight him.
He was Batman. He was Batman's probably
Yeah,
hardest villain that he had to go against.
yeah, he broke his back.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh,
Dark Knight was a good movie. I like Dark Knight.
yeah,
Joker, I'd have to say, in my opinion, I mean, okay, so let me be real. With the new Batman that came out, man, I'm sorry, but I just don't mess with the Twilight dude. I don't I'm not a fan of the Twilight guy. I'm not about him. Now he did play a darker version of Batman in this one from what I've been told,
and a
but I
younger
just
one
can't
too.
I can't make it 10 minutes into the movie. You know what I
Wow,
mean?
that was
And
yeah. That's a very I noticed that was very common for me though. Is and yeah, I was almost forced by past girlfriends to
something.
watch Twilight, and I just did not get it. And I felt that way for a
Yeah,
long time
I'm the same way.
until I discovered other films that he did. Good Time is
I mess
another
with him
good
in
one.
Harry Potter. I mess with him in Harry Potter. Harry Potter was
Yeah.
he was good in Harry Potter.
See, that's the hard part about acting is you get typecast, and so because you got to think about how often, for how long Jim Carrey got typecast until you can get a serious movie and see his dramatic roles.
Yeah, but
There's
now everyone looks at him as Knuckles or I'm not Knuckles, Mr. Eggman from Sonic right now.
yeah, so he has that going on. um, I think there's other ones. Uh, Anthony Perkins.
I'm a big Charlie Honeyham fan as
Nice.
well.
Yeah, I think as far as typecasting, Anthony Perkins had the worst because after he did Psycho, nobody wanted to cast him for anything except a weirdo, like some dark eccentric weirdo who was a serial killer, and he wanted to do other acting, and he struggled with that.
Right.
And because of the times, he had to keep his homosexuality secret because at the time that was highly looked down upon in Hollywood. And so
Okay.
that's another thing that was actually good about the Ed Gein series. I know that there were some flaws I had with it. I know a lot of
I
people
haven't watched the
about
Ed
it.
Gein series.
They touch on that. They touch on the personal struggles that Hitchcock had, the struggles that Anthony Perkins had, and they went real deep on him and a lot. And I did some research after watching it, and it was very accurate how they displayed what Anthony Perkins was going through, as well as Hitchcock. And
Do they
so,
do they
yeah,
call him?
but the reason they went there is because they were trying to show like the effects that Ed Gein had because Psycho was based on him. So the Norman Bates
Oh,
character was based on Ed Gein and all that kind of stuff. So, um, so
how do you
very
get caught? I just saw Venom's thing.
oh
Did
yeah, they call him
I
Charlie
is
Cunningham.
it Cunningham? Cunningham. I don't
Cunningham
know what it
sounds
is.
a little better. Sounds a little bit more on point.
Cunningham. I swear oh my bad. If I said that, I'm sorry.
But oh man. But yes. What would you say if and you know what, people ask me this all the time, so I'm gonna just be a hypocrite right now. For action, what's your top three favorite movies?
Action?
Hmm.
Oh man. Action top favorite three movies of action. Let's see. Does this count? Like I like Top Gun.
Yeah, I can consider that.
Okay, so Top Gun, because it got some action in it.
Hmm.
I like Top Gun. I'd have to say, oh, she said Charlie Hunt. So I'd have to say Top Gun, probably the Predator Badlands,
I heard that was good. I haven't seen that yet.
and then I'd have to say, um, I'd have to say probably Godzilla and King Kong.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Nico and Had Enough make up their own names for people.
Charlie Cunningham. Sorry, I got it close. All right, I got it close.
Right. And you said your other genre was it documentaries?
Yeah, like I like realistic movies, like about real life.
Okay. Name your top three favorite of that.
Oh man, let's say I'm a huge fan of Sleepers. If you ever watched that, that's a really good movie. That's an old school movie. Um, Complete Unknown was one of my favorites. Um, I'd have to say Blow is probably my favorite of all time, of every movie I've ever watched.
Blow's an amazing movie.
Yeah, Johnny Depp does
Uh-huh.
phenomenal in that
Mhm.
movie.
Have you ever seen Wonderland? Val Kilmer's in it.
Wonderland, yes.
Yes. That I would say so okay, now I kind of get what you're talking about. You're talking about like films that were based on not actually essentially documentaries. So I guess
Yeah,
biopics
not
would be a good
essential,
term.
but like yeah,
So more
yeah,
like biopics.
bibliographies or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah. I would say as far as like Wonderland, I think is one of the most underrated. Um,
it
true
is.
crime. It's a true crime story, but it's even if you don't know the background story, it does a really good job of narration, not in a cheesy way, in a very like just it just kind of pulls you in, and then you got the music score behind it, and so it's well Val Kilmer plays what was the guy's fucking name? It was like the '70s porn star who got involved with like rival, like gang rivals.
This is the surfing one, right?
The what?
The surfer one, right? He's a surfboarder. He like,
Nah, I don't think so.
no, that was something point, half point, wasn't it? Was
Hang on.
Keanu Reeves and Val Kilmer?
No, I don't think Keanu was in this. Hang on. I got Google. At my disposal. So let me let me, let me get my information correct. But okay, John Holmes is who he played.
John. Okay, I actually probably never. My mistake. I probably never seen that movie.
Yeah. Okay. Should definitely check it out. Like, it does help to kind of like read the. I mean, there's tons of documentaries. I was obsessed with the true crime. So what it was is that as John Holmes, and he was like one of the first like porn stars in the '70s. Is that uh, and then he had his humongous cocaine habit, and that's how he got involved. So he got involved with drug dealers, and then I think there were biker gangs involved, but they're definitely like coke dealers and stuff like that. So he had like this crazy career in the adult industry, and was a superstar and all that in the '70s, and that's when this took place. And then he had a girlfriend he stayed with, and then he had like other girls and all kinds of side chicks and stuff like that. I mean, what he did for a living. So but then he got super addicted to coke, and so he got involved with, like I said, gangs that were rival, and he did all kinds of stuff like trying to, he was a shady motherfucker, and so he got himself into some deep shit. And then there was a big uh murder scene that took place on Wonderland in an apartment. And my word, the story might be a little conflicted. I have not watched this in a while, but that's pretty much what happened. He also died of AIDS. That's how he originally died. So he was one of the first people around that time, which I think it might have been the '80s when he died. So that was like one of the alarms going off, especially in the industry, is in about HIV, AIDS, and stuff like that. So but a lot of people did not like him, as far as a lot of coworkers, directors who worked with him. In fact, there was another movie, the movie with Mark Wahlberg. What was it called? It was
Pain the Pain.
Maybe what was the other movie? I think it was Boogie Nights. With Mark Wahlberg. That movie was also based on the same character. Now they don't go into the whole murder thing, but that was also based on that same star and all that kind of stuff, and then his habits and all the real. They changed the story up because it's different names. Just the true crime story is based on the same storyline, right? But like Wonderland. Wonderland is like, so it's basically like the way the film goes. The narration of the film is the detectives, and they're interviewing people who are part of these gangs, and they're getting information. And so one of the gang members is telling stories, and then so you hear him telling the story, and then it switches over to the scene of it happening. But you're hearing it from different perspectives of this happened and all that. And it's just a very well made film. And so yeah, if you're into, so I would just say if you're into films are based on especially true crime, I think it's completely underrated, and it's so chef's kiss. That's what I'm saying. So because just the way
that complete unknown is probably, I'm telling you, man.
Okay,
I know Blow's one of my favorite movies, but Complete Unknown is
I would
phenomenal.
I would say Wonderland. Yeah, so if you like Blow, you like Wonderland, and even then you can get on YouTube and look up the Wonderland murders. There's all kinds of documentaries, where it's got the creepy music, and they're showing shots of the aftermath of what happened. Like, it was a whole massacre. It was
I've seen the movies you be watching now, man. The movies you be watching is gory.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't say Wonderland is. It's. I mean, it's not. It's not a Terrifier movie by no means. So a lot of it is just the way the movie flows and stuff like that. There's some blood in it, but it's not a horror movie. It's more of a drama, suspense, action. Yeah, there's some action in it, and so,
But
but yeah, man, it's a wild story. I'm trying to think of another like biopic. I could possibly. Man, there's so many though. Um, uh,
yeah.
um,
I've pretty much watched
yeah,
quite a bit of them. I just
yeah,
haven't. There's a few that I've missed. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah. I'm trying to think. You know what? I got Google on me. Let me see if I can remember some other ones. Biopics. There's I just actually oh, hold up. I do have some other ones that I just recently watched for the first time was Tyson. It came out in '95.
Well,
Let me s-
about Mike Tyson?
Yeah. It ends right when he takes that girl to you recall the sexual assault allegation he had. He ended up
Yeah, 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 yeah.
he found guilty. He went
He
to
went to
prison
prison
for
for
that.
that.
It
Yeah.
ends right before that happens. So it's very early on. It doesn't get to the Holyfield ear biting thing. They don't get that far because and let me
Well, I
see
say
who.
I know he was very upset with the Hulu show that they made about him. He made them cancel that.
Oh man, I didn't mean to see that.
Yeah, he made them stop that because he felt like they were portraying him in a very wrong way.
I mean, that's the art of film for you. When someone wants to make a film about you, there's a good chance. Yeah, it might not be in the best of light, but hey, none of us are perfect. So
I mean,
sometimes, hey, that so. I mean, there's that
well, you
Michael
know,
Jackson. There's that Michael Jackson movie coming out, and a lot of
oh, I
questions.
know, I'm so excited about that movie.
The big question a lot of people have is like, are they going to touch on the child accusation? Or are they
He
just
didn't
going to
do
go?
he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
I believe he didn't either. Especially when you look at some of the evidence. Well, for one, he was found innocent. You know,
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, let's be real. Like Macaulay Culkin, I know he was the perpetrator. They say he was doing it, or whatever. But
Mhm.
even he came out on video and said that that never happened.
Yeah, other kids came up. They said their parents were just trying to get money out of them.
Mhm.
But you can look at Michael Jackson can be seen kind of a weird fellow. So sometimes you can build a whole
Yeah,
narrative off of
but
someone and
yeah,
say, well, he likes kids, and then where's that get portrayed? Okay, so the Tyson film, I'm trying to remember where I watched it. It was on streaming. Oh, I think I bought it. Not I buy it, I rented it because I knew there was one that came out in '95, and I think it was yeah, it was an HBO produced movie. It was out on April 29th, 1995. It was Michael J. White who played Mike Tyson. Did a real good job too.
oh, okay.
Michael J. White,
I
like
like that.
I'm an
Michael J.
old
White's a good actor, though. He
he
really is a good
is.
actor. He's a
I'm
great
an
martial artist too, as well.
Oh yeah, I'm an old school martial art, kung fu, fight action fan and so before I really got deep into horror and all that kind of stuff, like martial art movies was my shit. Still is. That's the cool thing about Tubi. I always say that's my favorite streaming service, not just because it's free, but there's a lot of good shit on it, and people shit on Tubi for no reason. But there's a whole martial
Um,
arts section, old Jackie Chan movies, and I'm a old school fan of Bruce Lee, and then but Michael
well,
J.
I'm a fan of
White,
Bruce Lee.
yeah, Michael J. White, Van Damme's another. I'm a fan of him too, but Michael
I'm not
J.
a fan of
White,
Van Damme, though.
it's badass. I'm trying to think what else he did. Let me see what other films up here. I'm just googling to. Oh shit, I didn't know he was in Toxic. He was in a couple of Toxic Avenger movies. I didn't know that. I just watched that. Oh, he had a cameo. He was in the second Ninja Turtles, and then
Michael J. White?
yeah, it says
Yeah,
I got his
I think I've
Wikipedia
seen
pulled
him
up.
there.
It says
He was in
yeah,
a movie with Kimbo Slice and Mike Tyson.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he was.
yeah.
Oh, this is wild. I liked him, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine. The Universal Soldier: The Return. It's a sequel. It's a Van Damme movie. It's a sequel to the Universal Soldier. The second one, it's so fucking cheesy. It's so cringe, but I fucking love it. And like, go. It's and yeah, Michael J. White's the main villain, and then the other villain is Goldberg, the wrestler.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I do
And
like WWE.
oh god, they give him so many terrible one-liners. The action is fucking awesome. Like, it's good fight choreography. And the soundtrack, I remember the soundtrack being dope. So it had a lot of kind of techno metal, but a lot of it, like, War was on it, and a lot of other metal bands I like. And it fits the film. It's a fun movie. It's just the dialogue is so cringe. It's And then the one-liners that they give they give them that you can find on YouTube. There's a fight of Goldberg, and he's fighting a bunch of like security guys at this hospital, and he cannot punch or kick someone without a corny one-liner. And then Goldberg, I saw this around
Yeah, but
Christmas
he's really
time.
stiff about it. He's really in real life. He was stiff about his real stuff, so he
Oh
was
yeah,
probably really actually hitting them.
oh yeah, probably. There's also another like corny like comedy horror film called Santa Slays. And then during the Christmas time, me and Bo Peep are looking for Christmas movies. Some I haven't seen since the 90s. And then some of I get her onto some of these like Christmas horror films like Black Christmas, and then Silent Night, Deadly Night. And then I found Santa Sleigh, and it's Goldberg playing Santa Claus, but I guess he's like a serial killer Santa Claus. And the first scene is so fucking awesome. You have let me look it up. There was God damn, they had it was a Saturday Night Live actor in it. And he just comes into this Christmas dinner and just like fights and murders everybody. And it's just so like cheesy. And so it looked like a fun movie to make. It did fall off halfway through the film. But I kind of wish it kept the same tone because it was that so bad it's good. You know what I mean?
I
Like
don't know.
you know,
Usually, for me, if movies are like they gotta keep me interested. If they don't keep me interested, I'm like I'm done.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was for me, it's like mildless entertainment. But then towards the half of the movie, they lose that. I thought they kind of because I end up getting bored at the third act because it kind of felt like it lost that goofy, funny charm that it had, and then it got serious. I'm like, okay, well, okay, you guys lost me. um, I'm trying to think of what else. Also, another biopic. If you're into boxing, there's one. The thing about it is it's I can't find it for streaming, so I bought it on DVD from eBay, and it's called Don King Only in America, and it's Ving Rhames playing Don King. I've watched this movie probably 20,000 times.
I think I've seen it, man. I actually think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it came on
I think
HBO.
I think
Um,
I've seen it.
yeah, it came on HBO. Yeah, in the 90s, and let me see if I can look this up. But it's hilariously entertaining. But even then, like a lot of it's actually very very accurate. Like I've done a lot of research on what happened because I was a lot younger during this time period. Here, let me try this. Screen share. There we go. But yeah, Don King Only in
Oh,
America.
that's about the promoter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about he's a shady dude from what I heard.
yeah. I mean, he's one of the most. He became a legend. Yeah, he did. In the film, it doesn't exactly show him in the most positive light. It does show a lot of what he did, but and what he did for the boxing industry. Now, you could probably say that he also kind of helped, it become more of a corrupt business because he got a lot of
Yeah,
money from,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you know,
I heard he did some.
mob money. That's how he funded a lot off of mob money. And
Yeah,
but I mean, he's been responsible for some historic fights. He got Muhammad Ali and George Foreman to fight in Africa. And
yeah, yeah, he did.
so he does some pretty epic and legendary stuff. But he did a lot of people dirty too. So
Sorry, I was looking for a ladder.
oh, you good? So what was another one? Bloodsport, based on a real person. Bloodsport. That's let me see. Is that the I want to believe that's the Van Damme movie. Let me see. I think so.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of Van Damme. Van Damme's done some things that I'm not too fond about.
Oh yeah. There's definitely a lot of there's a lot of celebrities, especially nowadays, that fall into that category.
It's crazy. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
understand
nuts.
it. If you're getting paid millions, why you do some dumb stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, it's wild. Um, yeah, I definitely have my list of actors and all that kind of stuff. That's one thing I always liked. Try to name a few, but there are definitely some actors that did a good job of just sticking to that. Just stick to acting, um, and I guess good keeping their nose clean. I guess they just go and do their job, do some interviews to promote the movie, and then that's it. If if they do some crazy shit behind the scenes, and they're just good at keeping it, intact.
That might turn out to be a Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, geez, yeah, wild. I never liked P Diddy, even in the '90s when he
I don't
came
like
out.
Diddy. I don't like Diddy now. I didn't like Diddy then.
Yeah, I didn't like him then. I always thought he was a cornball, and then and all this stuff. I didn't care. Now now so I know there were a couple of songs put out that were okay, but I was just never that impressed. Even during the Bad Boy era, he just seemed like there was always a like. I agree with Suge Knight about him trying to be all up in the videos and stuff like
Yeah,
that. I
yeah, he
just
really was. I mean, he did all that. I mean, that was a
yeah,
proven thing, though. 10 times
trying to
more
be
than
in
what he did.
yeah, trying to be in the spotlight. So I always thought he was some cringe narcissist in a way,
Yeah,
and all
he
that.
did some things that were like I don't know. To me personally, man, it's he did something. To me, in my opinion, I think he had something to do with Biggie, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. There's the theory that he's the one who had Tupac killed,
Oh yeah, they're Keefe D.
or
I
he at
want to
least
say
paid to
Keefe
make.
D.
Or he at least paid to make it happen. Is the theory? I'm not here to
Keefe
confirm
D
or
is the one
deny.
that's telling them. Yeah, Keefe D is the one that's
Yeah,
telling everybody that he had something to do with it.
man.
We got to think
Wow.
also though, Eminem says the same thing as well too.
hmm What was funny is he said that in the song, this track he did to MGK, but then I remember reading comments, people like, "Oh, that's old news." I'm sitting here like, I haven't heard of that. So a lot
Well,
of I was like, that was
in reality it is because Eminem's talked mad. I mean, he's never been shy when it came to Diddy.
oh yeah,
You know,
he's come at him a few times over the years.
yeah.
Eminem
So
probably, I would say, out of a lot of people in hip hop, he probably has some of the biggest balls. Just says he said some
yeah,
wild shit over the years, and uh, but
yeah.
yeah,
He's done some things. He's done some songs that I'm just like, dang. Like,
we're going there. Okay, cool. We're going there.
I mean, he makes me want to try to do it though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, same here. When I was younger and was listening to him, I was like, man, I want to say some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
I end up finding my own brand of saying crazy shit. So I found a lane that at least I can do that, and I probably won't. We're maybe not the level of controversy and issues and drama. You know.
Well, I mean, I think once you get to that level of base of where he's at, where he basically says a word or a sentence, the whole world hears about it. I mean,
Mhm.
if we were in that level, I think that, you know, I think I'd probably, in my opinion, I don't know, but I have a hard time saying some of the things that I want to say in my songs. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, yeah. I've had a rethink. Eminem actually said that. I'm not sure if it was an interview or just something in a written interview. He said when he first started writing, he would stop and he was like, "Man, I don't know if I should say that. I might offend somebody." And then I can't remember if he just changed his mind or someone else said, "You know what? Fuck it, just say what you want."
Probably
And so,
proof
so probably proof. Yeah, I can see that.
for sure.
Crazy, crazy
I
shit.
think that would, yeah, like I will say, like, that is an inspirational thing that he's done, along the ways of, you know, trying to be saying things between the lines, I guess, in a sense of
Hmm.
not wanting to say certain things about certain somebody or whatever. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, there's been many times where I've been like, if I say this, will I offend this person? But then again, at the end of the day, in my opinion, I don't care. But I think that's where Eminem just didn't care about the retaliation. That's what mainly boils down to. If you
I
care
think
about the
so.
retaliation, then that's when you know
I
what.
think he saw the possibility, or I would say just the trying to think what word I'm looking for, but the benefit of pissing a certain level of people off. Knowing, I think he kind of was ahead of his time, is figuring out like the the how the marketing can work beyond that, the publicity, definitely publicity you can get off of getting
Well, I
people
think the
to
first
talk.
person he ever came after was Will Smith, if I'm correct.
Hmm.
I think the first person he's ever said anything about was Will Smith. About because Will Smith said he didn't cuss in his
Yeah, I remember
songs,
that.
he didn't cuss in his videos, stuff like that.
Yeah, that was over just because Will Smith got I think it was VMAs, and he just said he was grateful that he didn't have to cuss or shoot somebody in his record to get that award. And then
Hmm.
Eminem thought he was just bashing on that
All
subgenre of
of
hip
all,
hop, so that's why he
which in
felt.
reality he is though. In reality, in my opinion, he is because we should be able to express what we want.
Yeah.
We should be able to say what we feel.
Mhm. Freda
You
says
know,
best part about being a musician: if you piss us off, we will put you in a song. Laughing emoji.
I ain't, I ain't trying to be no Taylor Swift now. But I'm just saying, like, no, I get what he's saying. If I'm in the offensive, like if I feel offended and anything like that, I should be able to put that in that thing. But it becomes do you really want the drama? You know what I'm saying? Do you
Very
really
true.
want the bull crap? I mean, at the end of the day, try to be a bigger person and just walk away from it. But
Mhm.
sometimes, if that person is egging it on, then let it go. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I think mainly people don't say what they want to say because of retaliation. Because at
Oh
the end of the day, music is about expressing your personal, your honest opinions and your personal, you know, your mentality of what you go through in your mind, what you feel
yeah.
or whatever, how somebody made you feel. It's all about emotions. And when you feel a certain type of way, whether it's angry, whether it's sad or not, you want to talk about the subject that made you that way.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's about, are you willing to take it that far to let it become like a Pac and Biggie thing.
Hmm.
It can be physical or whatever. I try my best to, you know, over the years, there's been things that, you know, have made me want to cross the line. But at the end of the day, it comes to a realization of like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
And what would you benefit from it?
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. Well, man, I'm out of questions. And but we definitely got to take this to some different directions. So hey, so
Yeah.
anyways,
I got some new songs coming out soon, so
oh, you knew what I was gonna
hopefully.
ask next. You knew what I was gonna ask. What do we got going on next?
I'm working on a song with Desi. Desi
Oh,
and I have a good song with Desi and Marco Parkinson or Parkins. Sorry, and we have a song coming out February 15th, I believe.
all right.
Um, Looking forward to that. I got some songs coming out with Venom Stay Drippin', Little White. I'm working currently on collabing with Little White right now.
Hell yeah.
Um, Hopefully that song will come out pretty soon.
Hmm.
He was going through some personal issues, and I was going through some personal issues, but we're both now on a stable, stable floor where we can both get where we're going. And some music videos coming soon. Hopefully, we're going to be diving into that. We got major shows coming up. You know, I got March Massacre coming up on the, I believe it's the 21st for
Yep.
me. That's an amazing show. It'll be my second time. It'll be an honor
Hell yeah,
to
man.
do that.
Glad to have you on and all that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and some other shows down the road.
Yeah, for sure. Any album projects, or are you just kind of focused on the singles?
I'm actually currently working on a double album.
Oh, nice.
I'm working on a double album. I got some amazing talent that's going to be joining me with those double albums.
Hmm.
It's going to be an honor to really get in the booth with any of them. And got some new styles. I'm working on some new stuff and trying to test out the waters of the music, I guess, in a sense, because I've only been doing this for a good short period of time. But at the end of the day, I've accomplished many of my dream, and I want to thank everyone, like any of my fans, anybody who supports me.
Hmm.
I truly am grateful, to be where I am today. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, look forward to the albums coming out, and hopefully everything will go good this year. Hopefully 2026 will be just as big as it was 2025.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
How can people find you on the social medias?
They can find me at Nico-Nas on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, every music platform. Just look for that. We got some merch coming out. I'm gonna be making some merch here soon as well. So you can look at Nico-Nas Apparel on Facebook. You can go to my page and follow me. That'll be an honor. Uh, and other than that, I'm gonna be working on. I'm gonna be working on putting out more content. That's for sure this year.
Hell yeah. All
So
right, man. That's all I got. So want to thank you for coming on.
thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. It was an honor for real, for real.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna cut it off. You guys have a good night.